Hi Marvel Snappers! My name is John Poole and I am a Marvel Snap streamer on Twitch. Welcome to our first official Marvel Snap YouTube video. And what better way to start it all off with the Hellfire Gala Season Pass. Now the card that is on everyone's mind, of course, is the villainous mutant Sebastian Shaw. Now fun fact, who even is this guy? Sebastian Shaw is commonly known as the leader of the Hellfire Club, a villainous group of mutants alongside the White Queen herself, Emma Frost. His main power is energy absorption. He has the superhuman ability to absorb kinetic energy and metabolize it to enhance his own physical strength, speed, and stamina. Now I definitely like his Marvel Snap ability, as this really particularly represents what his mutant ability is all about. When this card permanently gains power, he gains +2 more power wherever he is, whether on hand or in the deck. Now, let's get right to it with the deck that I will utilize for this video to showcase Sebastian Shaw's abilities. Now, naturally, since he is a 3-cost that benefits from power buffs, it only makes sense to utilize him in a Silver Surfer deck. Now we're gonna start off this build with Forge, Nova, Nakia, and Silver Surfer as our main power buff cards. I have added Colleen Wing because she benefits the most from slicing out Daken's Muramasa shard. Brood because duh, it works well with any power buff card in general and is effective in taking over location for priority and threat. Now I have added Rogue here because she is not only a 3-cost that benefits from Silver Surfer buff, but she is generally a good counter versus all those ongoing decks that are currently out there. I see you, Miss Marvel, and I definitely see you, Darkhawk. We have added Storm here to lock down a location, and of course, because it just works well with a follow-up of Forge and Brood on turn 4 to win a location quick. Next up, we have added Killmonger to take out, of course, the Nova when you need him to, as well as counter any 1-cost problems or rocks going your way. We haven't forgotten about you either, Annihilus. And finally, to top off this deck, we have added Sera because her ongoing ability is just so beneficial with this deck, as it allows you to drop 3 to 4 cards, including Silver Surfer, on turn 6, which will definitely give you so many options on your path to victory. Now, let's get right to it, start snapping, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video as we're about to test this deck on Marvel Snap. So for turn 1, get Death Domain on the left. So I put Forge instead on the right. We have a good starting hand. We got Nakia, Brood, and Colleen Wing. Luckily on the second location, you can see here, we get Elysium, which gives us a significant variety of options. And now since we're able to play Brood, I decided to secure Death Domain early into the match. We definitely want that early prio for that early advantage. The opponent surprisingly plays a beast at the mid, which indicates to us that this is clearly a bot game. So I immediately snap here. And since Elysium gave us quite a bit of leeway on what to drop next, I skip turn 3 and wait for my top draw. And luckily, check it out, we get Sera. To even lower the costs further and provide us with more cards to drop by turn 5 and 6. The bot here plays Moon Girl, not a bad choice, but then clearly Angela on the left, not the best option. but we take those. And now, perfect, we top drawed Sebastian Shaw, and now Nakia is here. Easily a good choice to put her down on Kamartaj to get that healthy Sebastian Shaw power buff. Now pay attention to Sebastian Shaw's power buff. As you can see here, with every buff from Nakia, it's not just +1, it's a +3. And since it happens twice, he is now 110 on top of the Elysium Sera cost deduction. So on turn 6, we have a variety of options. So I decide here, Sebastian Shaw mid, Colleen wing right, Killmonger, Nova left, and Silver Surfer to top it off and secure the victory here. Death Domain here just works well. I don't even need to Killmonger it. I can just toss Nova in there and buff everything else I have. And yeah, looking at it now, you can see clearly a GG, easy win. Because man, it would be embarrassing to lose to a bot on a YouTube video. Definitely not gonna put that up there. Now, on this next play here, this is a final turn play where I decided to go with Rogue on the left, heal the opponent's Dark Hawk on the right lane, and drop off a Silver Surfer on the left to buff up my left and right lanes. I completely gave up on mid because I knew my opponent would fight for that. As you can see, Rogue is very handy here, like I said earlier, for all ongoing opponents. And bam, Surfer with a nice Sebastian Shaw buff. However, I did not see that Shadow King incoming. Oh, thank God. Thankfully, Rogue saved the day by weakening the opponent's Dark Hawk, giving us an easy 4-cuber game. Now, our final clip here. You can see we have Sera down on turn 5, turn 6, lots of options to work with. We did pull Nico Minoru from Daily Bugle. What I ended up doing here was placing down a 4-card combo which buffs both my left and right lanes while completely giving up the mid. Now, judging by our opponent's deck, you can see why I do like to put Killmonger, not only because he's a 3-cost, but to eliminate several 1-cost cards, as we can see here. And to top it off, Nico Minoru to add a little more power on the left, and of course, our final card, our very own Silver Surfer to buff my left and right lanes for the easy victory. And yeah,